What's going on, everybody? My name is Brad Smith. Welcome to Own the Chaos, where we talk about everything over-the-counter stocks. And if you're not familiar with what over-the-counter stocks are, they're stocks that are not regularly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. They're stocks that are, typically what we like to trade around here are stocks that are actually traded at fractions of a penny. And we particularly like this because of the volatility that it provides. It can be a little bit scary and a little bit choppy at certain periods, and so that's why I've created this channel and I've created the community that we have, within the Chaos community, and a completely new platform that's absolutely free for you to use. It's called WeTradeHQ.com. The links are in the description for that as well. You can get together with like-minded individuals, whether you want to trade the stocks that I like to trade, or if you are looking to trade Forex, cryptocurrency, options, whatever it is that you're looking to trade, whatever you find value in, whatever you're good at, you can connect and grow with other like-minded individuals within the WeTradeHQ platform. So it's WeTradeHQ.com. Click the links down in the description, and they are there for you. So, just welcoming everybody in here. As you guys know, if you're familiar with my channel, how it works, when I go live, I always leave room for questions over here in the chat for you. So feel free to ask away as I'm going over the topic at hand tonight. And the topic is, what's an AK? We see this all the time, especially if you've been within my community for a while and you just haven't quite gotten a grasp of like what these filings mean and what they are. So I thought maybe it'd be a good idea to go over that. I haven't really gone over forms that much. Now I've gone over them in my course that I provide, which if you're interested in that, I encourage you to check that out as well. But the 8K is basically a filing that you have to provide to the SEC whenever you are announcing some sort of event that isn't like scheduled. So for example, you have a 10Q and a 10K form that you have to file for the SEC if you're a publicly traded company. So 10Q is a quarterly filing. Now, whatever your fiscal year is, it can be from June to June, or it can be a calendar year like January to December. So whatever your quarterly or fiscal year is, there's a quarterly filing that you have to report to the SEC, which in the form of what's called a 10Q. Now, there is also an annual filing that is called a 10K that has to be submitted to the SEC in order to, basically be as transparent as possible about the health of the company. How much debt do you have? What are you bringing in? All that stuff, so that all of us as the investors can make an educated decision on whether or not we want to invest in your company. And so what an 8K is, it's basically something that's not planned, an unplanned event. And they have to submit that in the form of an 8K. So when they do that, there are times where they can release a press release, or a PR is what we call it, within our community's PR. And they have, if you're fully reporting to the SEC, you have a certain window in which you have to submit that 8K filing before the SEC comes down on you and you're in some big trouble. So you could be facing, and in the OTC, you could be facing, yield or stop sign, or maybe even a caveat emptor if you don't get that 8K out, or, even full-blown suspension if you're not compliant with the SEC. SEC doesn't really mess around a whole lot when it comes to that. So what I can do is I could show you, an example through OTC Markets, what an 8K is. So I had that one pulled up, but I had another one. Here we go. Thought this was a better example. So BYOC, I know this is a popular one within our group, within the OTC community, really. And so this is OTC Markets. If you're not familiar with OTC Markets, how all that works, I can certainly show that to you. Let me shrink myself down here. Just realized that I hadn't switched over yet. So let me do that for you. All right, so this is BYOC. This is OTC Markets. And all I did was I just went up here in the search bar, typed in BYOC, and this is basically gives you an overall snapshot of the stock that you're looking, whatever it is. I happen to type in BYOC, but there's plenty of them out there that maybe you're researching, and so you always want to go to OTC Markets and check out what exactly is going on with the stock. See if you can find as much information as possible for what it is that you're looking for. So when you're looking for an 8K or any filing, you're going to go to disclosure, And you're going to scroll down, and these are, the disclosures and news here at the top half. And down here, these are the SEC filings. So this here is an 8K. It's an 8K form from BYOC, the most recent one that they had. And basically all this is that they had a press release that came out August 7th. And they were talking about, being introduced into another index, basically just gives them more exposure, whatever else. They felt the need that to inform the investors of their company that was happening. So they did that. And yeah, so this all came out on the same day. There are times, though, where news can come out before an 8K comes out. And I believe it's 4 days. If you're fully SEC reporting, it's 4 days that you have to submit that. So as you can see here on this 8K, it says press release dated as of August 7th. So that might be a different date than the actual press release. So this says August 7th. The 8K came out August 7th, but there are times where those dates might be a little bit different. And they have, I'm pretty sure it's 4 business days to get the 8K, out once the press releases come out, especially if you're SEC reporting. Now, there are certain OTCs out there that are not SEC reporting. They're only reporting to OTC Markets, because OTC Markets is its own thing. Think of OTC Markets as the SEC of the OTC. I know there's a lot of acronyms I just tossed around there, but OTCs isn't quite as regulated as your New York Stock Exchange stocks, but they are regulated to a certain extent, especially like with OTC Markets. You can go and check out, FRFS, for example. Ooh. And it has a caveat emptor. So basically, this is a OTC Markets thing. This isn't an SEC symbol. This is just what OTC Markets does. They, put this on here basically to give you some sort of warning about whatever it is that they might be doing. If they're not SEC reporting, you'll see a lot of that too. I mean, even if they are SEC reporting, you'll see it. They work in conjunction together. But if you're SEC reporting, you best believe that you have a PR coming out, you need to have an 8K to follow that up with. And so for me, when I'm looking at stuff that I see value in, especially lately when we've been seeing so many, stocks out there that have been, coming out with these fake PRs, and it's not necessarily the company itself, it's coming out with fake PRs. People are hacking into these companies, or not even to the company itself, but they're submitting fake news to what used to be reliable sources, such as Yahoo Finance and that sort of thing. And the legitimate company has to come back out and say, hey, that wasn't us. But if it came out in the form of an 8K right out of the gate, just like BYOC did, no doubt about it, no question, that's legitimate news. There's no reason to question it, because it was a fully reporting SEC form that came out in the form of an 8K. So that's the value of, and that's why I like when 8Ks come out with a PR. It's always an uncomfortable feeling when it comes out without one, because you're just kind of like, okay, when's the ball going to drop? Is this something that I should be worried about? So that's the importance of an 8K. I know it sounds pretty simple, but it definitely has its value. And there's just things you need to be on the lookout for when those 8Ks arise. And especially if a PR comes out before that 8K, you want to make sure that that 8K is followed up with that. And there's also, plenty of other due diligence you have to do if you're looking to take that press release for its word, if it's not followed up by an 8K immediately, or doesn't come out with an 8K on the same day, or what have you. So that's pretty much it. I'm not trying to go into any more detail on that. I just want to make a short, quick video. Doesn't look like there's a lot of people tuning in at this point, which is fine. It's no biggie. But just wanted to kind of touch on that a little bit, give you a little bit more insight on, SEC filings. And we'll have a little bit more to talk about with that, as far as SEC filings are concerned. I, want to kind of make a little segment on how to read 10Ks and 10Qs and that sort of thing. But if you like this little tidbit of information, I encourage you to check out my course that is on WeTradeHQ.com. The link is in the description for that. It's a comprehensive course. And not only do you get that course, it's a lot of information on how to trade and how to find success in the OTC. But then you also get a free 90-day mentorship where you join me every day from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's the most volatile time of the market open. We can go over all kinds of stuff. I have my scanner pulled up. We go over whatever stocks you're looking at, whatever stocks I'm looking at, and then we can make informed decisions on whether or not we want to buy into those or anything like that and stuff like that. So not telling you guys what to buy. It's solely a resource for you to use so that you can make your own decisions. I've been so much, how do I want to say this? I've been so pissed lately at the amount of just pumping that's been going on and the amount of spoon feeding that's been going on, especially like on Twitter and social media. And what we're aiming to do with, Own the Chaos and WeTrade HQ is to basically get you to make these decisions on your own. And that's been the whole goal from the start, and to not take anybody else's word for it, not even mine, because I make mistakes too. So the whole goal is just to make you a better trader for yourself and not for anybody else. So that is all I've got for you guys. I hope you like the shirt that I'm wearing. So this is yet another one. Third day in a row that now I got a different shirt on. So as you guys can see, there's a little bit of a theme going on, and we'll be having these shirts for sale. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for them already, but this is actually a pretty funny one. Somebody created a meme within our group, within our chat group, and it just kind of stuck. So I thought it'd be hilarious if you put it on a shirt and people could wear it around. I mean, this is where's that? This is my face right here. Somebody cropped it in there, and now it's on a shirt. It's hysterical. Buy the effing dip. That's I keep going backwards on the camera, but buy the effing dip. It's pretty funny. These will be in limited quantity, so be on the lookout for that when we go live with our WeTrade HQ apparel store. I know you guys are looking forward to that. And so question here: what specific type of news in an AK can cause a stock to run more than other types of news in an AK? So very good question. Now there is news that comes out that we call fluff. Okay, and then there's news that comes out that's actually a solid catalyst. So an AK just stores whatever press release that they had. So if it's fluff, lots of times and we go over this on my mentorship almost every day when somebody says, oh, hey, I saw news on this. And then so we go over it together and we say, okay, is this legitimate news or is this bullshit news? And that's what we call the fluff. So that news usually involves something along the lines of, we have plans to do this, or we're moving in a new direction with this, or something that basically doesn't actually have any substance or material to it. It's fluff. There's nothing that actually to go along with it. Now, AK comes out on a merger, or AK comes out on some sort of acquisition, or maybe major revenue news, something like that. That is actual news. That's the catalyst that would, dramatically or should dramatically change the price of a stock. Another one would be perhaps retirement of shares, something that adjusts the share structure in favor of the investor. Like, say if a share structure is massive, it's got tons of shares, billions of shares in the share structure, and they elect to retire some of those shares and shrink it down to make it easier to move. People love that, so they'll start buying into something like that. Those are some examples of what would make a stock move when an 8K, something like that comes out. Yeah, I need that shirt. Yeah, man. You made it big when your face is on a shirt. These shirts are awesome, though. I mean, like, even just the tags. Like, there's tags that got, like, my logo on the back here. There's the tags that got, they're just printed tags that have WeTrade HQ on it. Makes it all legit. And this one actually has WeTrade HQ down here. So that's pretty cool, too. All right, guys. Well, that is all I got for you guys tonight. Again, short, sweet, simple, to the point, but I think it's important. It's important to know, especially for our new folks. And if you are new, please check us out. I got this pulled up here just for you, actually, and I wanted to show you the mentorship. I just uploaded another video today that when we went live. So that's the other nice thing about this mentorship. If you're not available from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., that's perfectly okay. This is WeTradeHQ.com. and I just go into recorded sessions, and I can just see what it was that you guys talked about today. So here is, the latest video that I just uploaded this morning. And you can see that it's an exclusive YouTube channel that only my mentorees have. And we sit down and talk and just kind of go over what it was that we were looking at for the day. You can see my face there. It doesn't look too happy, but I don't really mess with thumbnails too much in the recorded sessions. That's not really what you're looking at them for. So, but they are pretty funny. Some of them are anyway. So yeah, that's kind of the basis of it. It doesn't cost a whole lot, and you get a lot out of it. And as you can see, there's plenty of folks. I can show you right here that there's quite a few reviews here. Kiko's got plenty of them as well. He got his start a little bit earlier than I did, so he's got a head start on me. But either one of us, we're here to help every way that we can, and we're just trying to earn a living doing that at the same time. So let's call it there, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. If you learned something, please subscribe to my channel. I guarantee you will continue to learn from me, and join our community. Join WeTradeHQ.com and continue to grow, continue to advance your trading career. And as always, guys, I will see you all before the bell, and B Smith is out. Smash that like button. Have a good night.